Okay, so we're going to look at energy transfer in particles with regards to convection. So what we've got here on the diagram so far is a radiator, and from the radiator it's on. So what will happen is we will get going to get our heat like so. Okay, now if this was a room, in this, like in a normal room, you get a radiator on, it gets warm, okay, and the reason it gets warm is because you get this transfer of energy. So the heat, the particles, if you've got a particle here, these particles come further apart, okay, so they come further apart, and because they become further apart, the particles rise, okay, so they've risen. Because, let's take some notes on this. So if we go back to the beginning, so when we talk about energy transfer, it may take place in a liquid and a gas when we're talking about convection. Now here I said the particles, they move further apart from each other, so we're going to get that down. So the particles move further apart from one another, and that causes the particles to rise. So they rise, and the reason being is the density decreases. So the density decreases. Okay, now what we get at the top, you can imagine it's going to be colder up there than it is at the bottom of the room. So what happens is the particles, as they cool, they come closer together. They come closer together. Because they come closer together, they fall. So they fall like so. So we'll add some more notes on that. So at the top, particles lose energy, and they come close together. Close together. So therefore the density will increase. Density increases. So particles fall. Particles fall. So you've got this convection current taking place. Okay, so let's just have a summary of that. So we've got a radiator, it's giving out heat, and the particles, they come further apart. Because they come further apart, the density decreases, and because it decreases, they rise and they go to the top. Now if you imagine it's going to be cooler at the top than it is at the bottom, okay, and because it's cooler at the top, the particles come together. Now when they come together, it's going to increase the density, so therefore these particles fall, and then these particles get closer, because on the bottom they're closer to the radiator, they gain energy. When they gain energy, particles move apart from each other, they rise, and it just keeps on going, and we call this a convection current.